guys, it's Charlotte, and today this video is finally going to be my video about give you a rundown of my fitness story and how I got inspired to get into health and fitness and lose weight. So here we go. So when I was 11, I was diagnosed with viral meningitis and pneumonia in my right lung. And I was hospitalized like right away. It was horrible. And I was put on medicinal steroids, and it made me gain 30 pounds of fat in just a month. And it was all, because it came so fast, it came in such weird places. It like all went to my stomach, and I got teased terribly. Like everyone said, I looked pregnant and stuff. So, and I felt just really uncomfortable in my body because, like, obviously that wasn't something I did to myself. It was just because of my illness, which is so important to heal first. That is something you guys should always know. Health is more important than losing weight super quick. But anyways, so yeah, I didn't really feel comfortable in my body, and I was 12 when that, well, I was 11 when that happened. So I was just like, what's going on, you know, because I was a pretty in shape kid, you know, so it was just kind of devastating, especially at such a young age. So for a couple of years, I didn't really get interested in fitness yet because I was still, you know, dealing, just being a kid, right? I was only 11, so, but anyways, when I turned 13, that's when I thought, okay, I want to get my old self back because this body isn't me. I don't feel comfortable in it, like it's not my own doing, right? So I was just like, I want to be who I was before my sickness, and I don't want that to be able to like hold me back, you know, or with my like self-confidence and insecurities. I didn't want that to bring me back. So when I was 13, I thought, okay, let's get involved in fitness. So obviously I didn't go to a personal trainer or anything. I was so young. So I just kind of like, you know, Googled how to lose weight. What do you do? And as a gift, my parents bought me an elliptical, and I still have it to this day. So I searched online, and they were like, oh yeah, I do cardio. And my mom had some Pilates videotapes that I used. So I started going on the elliptical a lot at the beginning, and then also doing these Pilates videos. And then I started biking a lot too. And biking, that's what I have to thank my first weight loss for, was the biking, because it helped me so much, and I loved it because I live out in the country, and it's just so nice, right? The scenery, a lot more fun than the elliptical. So yeah, that's what I started doing. I started biking and doing these Pilates videos daily, and yeah, I think that was about it. But so that was all good in the exercise area, right? I was doing it healthy, you know, strength training and also with cardio. But when I searched online, what I read about how to eat was a lot of people said, oh, you need to burn off everything you eat. So if you eat 1,000 calories a day, you need to burn it all off. So obviously I was young and like naive, you know, so I thought, oh, okay. So I got one of those calorie counting apps, and I would put in all my exercise for the day and put in all my food for the day. And I ended up only eating daily about 800 calories, which I didn't know was unhealthy. I thought that was how you're supposed to do it, which now I know, no, that's too little. But I thought that was healthy, so I was eating 800 calories a day, I would burn 100 under that, so I was burning about 900 calories a day, exercising 6 times a week, taking only 1 rest day a week, and even then I was still eating way under. I didn't have any cheat days. It was just like a rest day from exercise. So I was like really overworking with myself, you know, and with that I lost 30 pounds in 3 months, which that's quite a bit, you know, but now I can, with how I eat healthy now, I still am able to lose weight at the same pace. So don't think that like the only way to lose weight, you know, at that pace is starving yourself or over exercising, because it isn't. But so anyways, I didn't know that was unhealthy, you know. I thought that was right, and I never had an eating disorder or anything. I just like, I was so young and naive. I Googled it, and I thought that was what was right. So anyways, after that, but I did go down from 140 to 110, and honestly, like, I can't remember if I lost my period. I keep trying to think about that, but I don't think I did, but I might have. I remember Googling if you can burn more calories when you're on your period. So I think I still have my period, but I don't know because I was overeating and exercising quite a bit. So yeah, but anyway, so after that, that's when I guess, so yeah, I went down to 110 and I was honestly really happy with my body, you know, because 110 was how much I weighed before I gained the 30 pounds. And like I was really happy in my body, and it was so funny when I came back to school because the same girls who used to call me pregnant and stuff, they came up to me and asked me for advice on how to lose weight, and I was like, goodbye girl, you know, because it's like, how ironic is that? But that was really funny. But yeah, so I kept working out though, but what did happen was, because I was under eating so much and then doing that for long periods of time thinking that's how I'm supposed to sustain it, I would go through cycles when then I'd binge and I'd have like 10 to 20 cookies, and then, you know, I'd feel so bad and then be like, oh, okay, well, I'll just get back on track tomorrow, you know, eat 800 or whatever. And then I remember having like barely anything for breakfast, and then if I knew I was like going out to like McDonald's or something, which I don't eat McDonald's anymore, but I'd like go to McDonald's and be like, oh, I can have their McChicken and fries or whatever because I didn't eat a lot earlier in the day. And I thought that was like healthy. I thought that was how you're supposed to do, like limit yourself. I don't know what's going through my brain, but that's just what I thought because that's what everything on the internet said. So I ended up, I think it's when I was 14, that's when I made my Tumblr account, which back then I think it was Fitness is Fit for Me. Now it's Fitness Fits Me, but, and that's when I was introduced to actual healthy eating and also more like intense strength training. That's when I took up weightlifting and like HIIT training with weights and stuff. And that's when, so then I realized, oh my God, I guess I wasn't eating enough, you know? So, and oh yeah, and by then too, I had gained back about 15 pounds of the weight I had lost. So then I'll try to like put a picture up somewhere, but yeah, and I was like so unhappy. I'm like, how did this happen? But it was like the starve and binging cycles, right? So I was like, oh God, what's gonna happen? But when I started learning, you know, about actual healthy eating and weightlifting and like HIIT strength training, that's when I started up with that. And then I also had protein shakes after all my workouts to help, you know, tone and gain muscle. Once I started all that up, eating around 1,300 to 1,700 a day, so in between there, sometimes 1,800, you know, just like anywhere in between there depending on the day. I lost the 15 pounds again in a month and a half, and healthily this time. And also when I switched from, you know, under eating like that to going up like almost 1,000 calories more on some days, I didn't gain any weight back. It just, you know, kickstarted my metabolism, I guess, got me back going, and I lost all the weight that I had gained back. So then I was back at 110, but I was healthy and I had way more tone. Like I have photos of when I was 110 from when, you know, I underate, and then I have photos from when I was 110 from strength training and eating healthy. And the difference is like amazing. Like even though I was 110 when I was under eating, I looked way more toned and like way less body fat when I was 110 from healthy eating and strength training. So, and this is getting long, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I was like, it was so awesome that I was like, oh, I can finally eat more, you know, and I had a lot more energy too. Maybe that's why I can't remember a lot back when I was, you know, starving so much too, because I wasn't fueling my body properly, and I was like, wasn't even eating nutritious foods. Like I remember what I would be eating daily in the morning. I would have, because I'd wake up late because it was over the summer when I lost the weight, when I first lost it. I would wake up and have like half of an English muffin with cheese whiz on it, and then for lunch I'd have half of a packet of Oriental noodles, and then for dinner I'd have like whatever my parents made, but I would help them make sure to make recipes that were like around 200 calories, and then which was usually like chicken and rice or something, and then my snacks would be like these like low calorie cookies. I'd have like 5 of them, but they'd be like 20 calories. So I guess that was about my daily intake, and I would never recommend that. Like, I feel bad even sharing that because I feel like then people are going to attach onto it. But no, what I'm trying to get from this video is that's not good. Because, like, listen to that. That's, like, obviously no protein and no, well, I guess a bit at the dinners. But, like, no vegetables, no fruits. I was eating, like, processed crap. And that's why my body never was toned like it is now, or like it is when I started strength training and changing my diet to being more healthy. Because, like, that's not the way people are supposed to live. That's not the kind of food that people ate in the past. That's not the kind of food that our earth gives us. It's, like, obviously really man-made and, like, so bad. I can't believe, like, I thought that was right, but I was so young, too. So I can't beat myself up too much. But, yeah, so I guess that's my fitness story, and, well, I guess I should update on how I'm doing now. So, obviously, I get off track sometimes, like everyone does, and life gets in the way. And recently, in my personal life, you know, there's been some things that have been pretty hard on me. So, I got off track a bit for, like, I guess, the past year or so. But I did work out here and there, just never really like fully on track like how I have been in the past years. When I started eating healthy again, I was like so inspired. But now I am back on track again. I'm exercising 4 to 6 times a week. I was 130 at a point. I went back up to 130, but I had also gained muscle to go to 120. But then I gained about 10 more pounds in fat because I was, you know, being lazy and not eating healthy and stuff. Yeah, everyone goes through that. But now I'm back down to 124. So, and like I'm pretty happy in my body, but I think I do want to lose just like a little bit more weight, you know, just for aesthetics or whatever. But I'm pretty happy, you know, and I'm eating healthy, and I'm allowing myself to have treats when I want to, and when I have them, I'm not like beating myself up, and I don't go like so hardcore now that I'm having like 20 cookies like I did before, because I'm not under eating so much that I feel like I need to stuff that all into my body, right? So yeah, I guess moral of the story is, please guys, don't starve yourself. Don't think that that's the right way, because it isn't. And I know it can, for some, it can be a vicious cycle. Like, I'm really, like, I'm lucky that I didn't have an eating disorder or anything. I was just misinformed. But I know that it can be such a slippery slope for some people. So yeah, I just want you to all be careful, and I hope that watching this video you guys learn that starving yourself or like really over exercising is not the way to go. No, because it's not sustainable. It's not healthy. You know, you don't feel good. It's just not the way. Sure, you'll lose some weight quick, but as I did, you gain a lot of it back, and then you're angry at yourself, and it's like a mental and physical battle. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this video on my story. I thought it was important, you know, to share this, because I never have before in the past really in a video format. Just kind of wrote it down, and I feel like you lose and miss pieces that way, you know? Oh, and also before I go, I also wanted to mention that the workouts that I use now and the workouts that I used when I started obviously eating healthy and eating enough and working out healthy and doing my strength training, which obviously toned me a lot more. Woo! All of those are now in my plan, which you can find on my blog for only $15. And I really tried to make an affordable price, because I know, like, I myself don't always have like a lot of money, right, to spend. I see some plans for like $100, and I'm like, no way, like, I'm not gonna spend that, right? So I tried to make mine really affordable, and I'll put the link in the description below so you guys can check it out. I also have like a little rundown of what's all in it, so you guys can check it out. And yeah, it's all the workouts that I use now, that I've used in the past. So like, it's like all the best workouts I've ever used that I found work the best, you know, for the female body, and for my followers I have suggested it to in the past. So it's all in there, so if you guys want to check it out, you can. But I really hope you guys like my video, and if you do purchase a plan, I think you're gonna love it. So yeah, see you guys later, and please stay healthy, love yourself, you know, love your body, enjoy food because it tastes so good, right? So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day and a great summer. Love you guys, bye.